Well, I did it again. I spent some money on my new violin, which I really want to treat in a special way because it came out so well compared to my others. So I've in the past always bought kind of cheap violin cases. Usually the cheaper ones are the ones that zip up. Well, not necessarily, but the ones that I've gotten, and that's a big hassle. They have, a lot of times they have zippers all the way around and then a flap over the top cover that you have to undo with Velcro and a clasp and everything. It's kind of a hassle to open the thing up. And then they don't, unless you get a wood one, I suppose, plywood one, they don't really offer a whole lot of protection. So I've been researching various cases, and I finally decided to get this one, which is, it's called a Gewa Pure 2.4, which is the Oblong. They have a Gewa Pure shaped, but it doesn't have as much storage opportunities for your shoulder rest and for accessories. And so I opted for this one, which was a little more expensive than the shaped one. I like the shaped ones because they're small and lightweight, and you know, they're shaped like a violin. But this one is the Gewa Pure 2.4 polycarbonate, and all the reviews are pretty positive about this one as far as protection. You know, you can't press down on that, so the outer shell provides good protection. And I'll show you the contents first, and then the outside options after I've shown you the inside. So what I like about this is just a simple handle, which is spring-loaded, and so it always falls flat, which is kind of nice when you're not using it. All you need to open this are two of these kind of clasps, which I love. No more undoing zippers. On the front here, it has attachments for a strap if you want to put the strap this way and carry it over your shoulder. I love the design. It's just really classy looking. Well, I will show you the outside first. And then it has a handle here. They call it a subway handle, I suppose, so that you can easily carry it in a standing position on a subway or a bus or something. You go like this, and it has really good stable feet where it stands without wobbling. Of course, on the back it has feet, of course, because you know, a lot of times you stand it this way and it's really stable. And here's the feet for the subway position. And you probably noticed already, on the underside this is removable, but chances are I wouldn't remove it. It's an pocket for sheet music or any kind of things that you want to put in there. It attaches with 4 kind of screws here. Okay, but you zip it open. And it has pockets. I suppose even if one wanted to put an iPad in there, they could, as well as sheet music. And another added plus about this pocket on the back is it's positioned, if you were using the shoulder straps, you know, to carry it like a backpack, they position that part down low so that this part does not go above your head, unless you're super tall, I suppose. And so there's less chance of you knocking into anything while you're walking if this were above your head. But also the straps are positioned in line with this, and so this provides some padding for your back when you're holding it like a backpack, and so it's more comfortable. So that's good design. Okay, and so show you the inside. Okay, so once again, I unclasp it, open it up, and I just love this. It comes with a nice cover, which most violin cases do. It's kind of a velour on one side and a satiny on the other. What's neat about this too, as far as storage, comes with a removable accessory bag, and that's where you can put anything you want. And say if you were going to practice somewhere and you needed these accessories but didn't want to have to go back and forth to your case, you just take it out. And so I have, so far I have rosin, a pencil, a cloth, some extra strings, but it fits quite a bit. And I like the fact that it's removable. Very well thought out. You could even put your shoulder rest in there if you wanted to. But they also provide, right here, Velcro strip to put a shoulder rest. I suppose for the smaller ones. This is the Kuhn, and it fits nicely. Alongside the neck, but away from it. Now it has space for 4 bows. I only have 2. I have my original carbon fiber cheap one, and then I have my expensive one that I just purchased a few weeks ago. Another Holstein 3-star Pernambuco bow, which I love. I fell in love with that kind of bow when I bought one for my cello. Expensive for me, but well worth it, quite a difference. But the best thing about this case is quite a few things. Some cases you buy are shaped, and I've run into problems sometimes with some of them because the violins that I've built haven't necessarily been just a standard shape. This one, my corners extend kind of further out than a lot of violins. And so sometimes if you get the ones that are shaped, they don't fit, or they're too narrow. Whereas this one, there's no shaping. It's just the whole width of the case, which I specifically looked for. But what's really cool about this, let me take out the shoulder rest so you can see it better, is the neck support. It's a full suspension case, which means that this violin doesn't actually sit on the floor of the case. It's suspended in 2 places, by the neck and down near the tail. So if, for example, there was any shock to the case, this is kind of floating there, and it less chance of it banging on the sides of the case and causing damage. That's what they call full suspension. Okay, so here's what suspends. It's about maybe 1/2 inch of foam at the tail end, right here. And then the neatest thing, which a few different kinds of cases have, is this. It's a fully adjustable neck rest. So there's Velcro pieces down here. And, you know, say suppose somebody got a case but it wasn't a full-size violin yet. Maybe they were on a 3/4 size violin. Or they had a violin like mine, which is non-standard sometimes. What you do is this supports the neck, and this supports the part of the violin near the neck, near the heel, and you fit it to your violin. And so one easy way to do it is just initially set this on here. So the support is right against your violin, like that. Okay, and then you set this against the tail end, and then you set this down. And then the neck support grabs the Velcro at the bottom. And so it's solid. And so any time, for example, now that you want to put in your violin, let me see if I have it centered. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's set in the optimum position for your violin. And the Velcro doesn't allow it to move. And then there's Velcro, of course, on the sides here that grab the neck. So I really like that. I mean, it really feels secure. So now I can put my violin in, set it against the tail end, and it's perfectly fitted this way. And it's nice and solid. In fact, I could even move it a little bit closer, probably. You could even do it just by doing this. You know, just by pulling it up and then pressing it down again into the Velcro. And that is solid. So anytime in the future, when I want to set my violin, I don't have to adjust it anymore. See, there's still Velcro here if you had a smaller violin. And set it in. And it's nice, snug, doesn't move, suspended. And then you put your shoulder rest in. And everything is nice. See, it's nice and snug. I have plenty of room here. And I have all my storage. Set this on top. Close it. Just really simple. 2 latches. And it's good to go. A little bit heavier than those ones that zip up. You know, this is about, I think they said it's like 4 pounds or so. But it's really protective and really nice, and all the features are really well thought out. And so it just came today, and I was waiting for it. They delivered it really quickly. That's my newest purchase for this newest violin. Now I got to get back to working on the pochette. I'm working on the purfling today. So long.